All right. I think we're all set up here on this Wednesday evening. Thought I'd stream a little out of the park baseball tonight. It's been a little while. I have finally got my Canadian Baseball League to where I want it to be. And I think I wanted to do a YouTube series on it, and it kind of wasn't panning out. So I thought, you know what? I still like this league. I want to stream it instead and just kind of play it on my own because I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope I play it for multiple seasons. What's up, Cardinal fan? All right, so let's jump in to our fictional Canadian Baseball League, which I have kind of just started already. I'm only 7 games into the season, and we are taking control of the Vancouver Mounties. And just a little background, this league starts in the year 2005. I'm using financials from like the early 90s, so like a top player's making about $5 million bucks. So nothing huge. Just to kind of simulate, a bit of smaller market in Canada. So kind of making their salaries reflect that. So we have a 24-team Canadian League for right now. Plans are to expand it. I want to eventually get to 32 teams. That's where I want to get to. But we're going to start with 24 for now, and then maybe after, 5, 6, 7 seasons, we might bump it up to 28, and then probably get it up to 32. That's the plan. That is the plan for right now. So, let's kind of just talk about the teams, talk about the settings, all that stuff before we jump into some actual gameplay here. But how I play, or how the league is set up, based on rules, we do have the designated hitter rule on. What else here? 28 player roster size for expanded. I have disabled the right to refuse minor league assignment, so sorry. No Rule 5 draft either. Veterans have the right to veto trades. Sorry, nope. So vets don't get a lot of say in my league. They're if you're not cutting it in the bigs, you can go flounder down in small town Canada until you retire. I don't care. Draft lottery we will have. I haven't really figured out how to set this up, but top 3 teams seem to have equal footing in terms of odds. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah, so we'll play with draft lottery as well. Financials, like I said, each team has a budget of kind of between 25 and 40 million bucks right now. So they are on the low end. We did an inaugural draft that had a cap. Every team could spend to a certain number. I can't remember what it was. I think it was around 25 million, 24 million. So yeah, average player payroll about 27, expected about 26. I think mine's about 24. I'm one of the smaller market teams right now. Inflation, I put 1 to 2%. I've noticed in a few forum posts that people were saying 4% inflation is the default, and you're getting some insane contracts after about 10 years. So we're going to keep that down at about 2%. I think I've kept everything about the same in here. Yeah, everything was about the same in there. We do have Evolution of the League on. I've turned off expansion for now because I'm going to do expansion and all that manually. But these things I have turned on for potential evolution as well. Like I said, the year is starting in 2005. 162 game season, 4-week spring training, and a pretty basic playoff structure right now with just 24 teams. winner of each division and 2 wildcard teams will get into the playoffs, so 8-team playoffs. There will be a best-of-5 division series, a best-of-7 league championship, and a best-of-7 Canadian series. Pretty simplistic for now, as we kind of just get our feet wet, start small, and build up as we work our way through this league. So that is kind of how I play. My personal game settings. I keep the overall rating. I do 20 to 80. I don't really like the stars. I don't find they're super accurate, so I keep the 20 to 80. Nothing else different there. I make the talent randomness a little bit more just to mix it up a bit. Injuries normal. AI trading difficulty I put all the way to hard. I haven't turned on the hard mode for trading yet, mostly because I haven't had a chance to play with it. So I'm just keeping that off for now. We'll try this reputation system. I didn't change anything else there. And that's about it. So let's talk about our little CBL universe here. So we have the major leagues, Canadian Baseball League, and we only have 3 minor league systems. So we have the AAA, AA, Single A. I don't have any feeder leagues or anything like that, mostly because I don't know how to really set them up. So the universe is relatively small, but I like it that way. I don't think we really need any more micromanaging in terms of players. So keeping the league rather small. So sorry, just checking something here. Okay, so let's look at our teams in the Canadian Baseball League. So like I said, 24 teams, mostly kind of split up geographically. So we'll start in our division. As you can see, we're in the basement. It's very early, obviously. We're at 3 and 4 on the season. So we'll start with the Medicine Hat Stampede, who are off to a very hot start at 6 and 1. They have a couple really hot hitters right now. So they have the Pacific Coast League AAA. That's mostly like British Columbia teams. The Dauphin Dolphins, they're like part of the Western League, which is like teams on the prairies. So Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. And then kind of the East Coast will be the all-time baseball league. They have the Sault Ste. Marie Talons representing them. So that's the Medicine Hat Stampede. Next up, who have started the season quite well, are the Victoria Royals. They're sitting at 5 and 2. They're going to be our main geographic rivals. They're so close to Vancouver, just on the island. I love the name of their top pitcher. It's Paul. So good. Good old Paul. I thought about changing his name, but I'm like, you know what? I like Paul squared. So, and he's off to a hot start. I think he pitched to us in the first game, and he had a very good game against us. But anyway, they have the Quesnel Warriors, Spruce Grove Terriers, Markham Monarchs. Next up at 4 and 2 on the season are the Calgary Bone Pilers. They have the Langford Buzzards, Russell Royals, Edmundston Prospectors. Edmonton's got a team as well, the Edmonton Mercuries. They got the Surrey Knights, Nipawin Nightwings, Sydney Splash. Yukon Gold Rush. The Yukon has a team as well. Port St. John Dragons, High Level Bruisers, Truro Kings, and finally the team we will be controlling. We'll get a little bit more of a deep dive into the structure of our team, but we have the Vancouver Mounties, represented by the Langley Black Cats, the Brandon Red Foxes, and the Laval Pride, making up our farm system. Okay, so that is the Rocky Mountain Division. We'll then move into the Prairie Division. And currently leading the Prairie Division early are the Thunder Bay Lynx. They've got the Coquitlam Steam, Lloydminster Growlers, Guelph Raiders representing their system. Manitoba Bison are next. Delta Griffins, Fort McMurray Roughnecks, Valleyfield Bruins. Yellowknife Chiefs representing the North at 3 and 4 right now. Nelson Warhawks, Drumheller Dinos, Drummondville Nobles. And then we got 3 real weak teams to start the season here. The Moose Jaw Canucks are at 1 and 5. Smithers Swatters, Weyburn Falcons, Nipigon Eagles. We have the Regina Red Lilies at 1 and 6. Port Alberni Broncos, Swift Current Huskies, Corner Brook Condors. And then we have the North Battleford Beavers really struggling at 1 and 7. I love their logo, though. Like, come on, how much more Canadian can that logo be? Prince Rupert Firebirds, Banff Mountaineers, Victoriaville Regiment. We need a Dick baseball name. Oh, boy. Do we, though? All right. Moving on. So that's the kind of the Western League. The Eastern League will start here in the Metropolitan Division, so that's kind of southwestern Ontario and Quebec. Oshawa Tugs currently leading the way at 5 and 2. They have the Campbell River Orcas, Lethbridge Wolverines, Mississauga Robins. There is a little hockey crossover you're going to notice here with a few teams because I couldn't resist looking at some of these logos that I found. The Toronto Maple Leafs Baseball Club at 4 and 3, they've got the Burnaby Bulls, the Wetaskiwin Bobcats, and the Dorion Gold Sox. Windsor, they have their team, the Whistlers, Terrace Grizzlies, Okotoks Calgary Cavalry, Barrie Frontiersmen. And we have the Ottawa Senators as well at a 500 record currently. Comox Sea Lions, Gimli Howlers, Summerside Corsairs. Another hockey team, we've got the Montreal Canadiens at 3 and 4, Penticton Coyotes, Cold Lake Fighters, Parry Sound Cardinals, and the Quebec City Carnivals rounding out the Metropolitan Division, Vernon Venom, Grand Prairie Goldhearts, Belleville Jays. And finally, in the Atlantic, the Maritime Division, we have the St. John Legends leading things at 4 and 3 right now. Revelstoke Maulers, Portage La Prairie Cougars, Sudbury Buzz. Moncton Battalion are next, also at 4 and 3. They have the North Vancouver Skyhawks, the Brooks Bandits, and the Peterborough Flyers. Fredericton at 500, 3 and 3. The Celestials have the Nanaimo Dreamers, Prince Albert Defenders, Shawinigan Wyverns. The Halifax Whalers, Cranbrook Blizzard, Yorkton Raptors, North Bay Power, Charlottetown Capitals at 3 and 5 of the Haida Gwaii Storm, the Peace River Rams, the Brampton Cowboys, and finally, the final team representing Cape Breton, the Cape Breton Admirals. They have the Oswego Sundogs, the Winkler Warlocks, and the Bathurst Mallards. So that is the universe of the Canadian Baseball League. I had a ton of fun coming up with the names, finding all the logos over on the Out of the Park forums. These teams have got custom logos, all the teams, all the minor league teams. They've got custom jerseys. They've got custom hats. All changed all the colors around. I even made custom stadiums for every team. I don't know why. I just did. So I put a lot of work into setting this league up. And I find that's the fun part with fictional leagues. Like, I really like just like setting the leagues up for whatever reason. I don't know why. Call me crazy. But it is just something I kind of like to do. Just for fun. Okay. So let's check in on the Vancouver Mounties, shall we? All right. So Vancouver Mounties are off to a bit of a slow start. Just looking at the team in general, a little odd for a team like Vancouver. Vancouver being like a big city in Canada, but we're a pretty low budget team. In fact, we are the lowest budget team. I was quite surprised to get that. We only have a budget of $25 million. I think the number one team is like at 40 already. So we are a bit of a low budget team. Our owner isn't like... He's an extreme profit guy, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt. So he's going to be a bit of a cheap ass, I think. But he's not like a penny pincher kind of thing. But he does want to make a lot of money. So he's probably not going to give us a lot of money. But he does have, he's given us a long string. He's understanding normal involvement, so he's not going to meddle in too much. But a few financial things are going to make this a bit of a tough go, I think. But I like the challenge, so I'm okay with that. Player payroll, we are 23rd out of 24 teams. Only a payroll of $22 million, so not a lot of money available for anything else. I'm finding that with most teams. How come they have so much money for extensions? Money for extensions. How come we don't have any money for extensions? How come we don't have any money for extensions? Why do all these teams have money for extensions? I don't know. That's odd. Okay. The one tricky thing I've found about this setting up this save with the financials is even next year he's going to cut my budget even more. Are you kidding me? This is projected, so I don't know. I don't fully believe that, but we'll see. I hope this save isn't borked, but we're kind of just gonna have to play it out. So anyway, we are going to be struggling a little bit for money. You know, we do have a couple guys locked up. 5 million, like I said, that's a pretty big contract in this league. But we don't have a lot of guys locked up to anything real long term. That's the thing with the inaugural draft is it just kind of spits out random contracts for guys. So you draft a player, but you really don't know what kind of commitment you're about to make to said player. It's just kind of random. So you kind of go by age, and obviously the younger guys kind of make the minimum, and usually it's the guys in the 28 to 35 range that are going to get locked into some bigger contracts. So we have a relatively young upstart team here as we check out the Mounties and their... Let's check out their kind of meet the team here, as we've got a bit of a mixed bag, but overall I'm fairly happy with us at most positions. Third base is obviously a bit of a weakness. Not sure why we're ranked 21st in closers. He's one of the best closers in the league, but first in relievers. We have I think we have one of the worst bullpens in the whole league, but I'm not sure where those numbers are coming from, but we'll see. All right, so let's meet our Vancouver Mounties, shall we? So we'll start with the position players. So this was a process doing the inaugural draft. It was like 100 and something plus rounds. I didn't draft all of them, but it did take me a few hours to get through. But then that was just drafting like 40 guys, and then I let the AI kind of draft the rest. So I was pretty happy with my team, but from the inaugural draft to my opening day, my team changed a little bit, kind of just based on spring training performances. But we'll start here with our center fielder. He was one of my first picks. I liked him because he was cheap. He had some nice upside here. I believe this was higher before, so he's had some kind of crappy... Yeah, I mean, he was like a 65, 70 at some point. And now he's a 55, 60. So he's taken a bit of a dive already, which is a bit concerning, but anyway. He's also out with on a little bit of a short-term injury. Hard to judge right now through only 4 games, but not too bit of a rough start. But I do like him because he got some nice gap power. He's got some good fielding. Solid speed guy, great arm. He's got a lot of the intangibles that I like, but we just need him to start performing. Mike Talbot's our catcher, currently hitting in the 2 hole, which is an interesting place to put him. Why are you in the 2 spot? We'll have to take another look. So I drafted him pretty quick. He's slow, but he's going to hit the ball long, I hope. Decent defensive catcher. He's kind of the captain of our team. Off to a solid little start here, Mike Talbot. Our number one pick, this was the guy who I was kind of hoping, he was our little franchise cornerstone, that he was going to hopefully lead the Mounties for the first few years of their existence. This is Fred Mills out of Toronto, Ontario, the 28-year-old. Like I said, he's locked up for the next 3 years at pretty much the max contract. I think he's ranked as like a top 5 player in the league. So he is very, very, very good. He's obviously an 80-80 guy. Great home run power, great eye. He's going to strike out, but I don't mind. And he's off to a great start already in 7 games. He's got a nice little flash line, but that's super early. This guy was not even on my radar. I knew he was going to contend for an opening day spot, and he did. He had a decent spring training, but he's kind of moved up, and he's hitting cleanup as well. They got a lot of guys with a similar profile of big home run hitters, but potentially going to be striking out a lot. A lot of power on this squad, it seems. A bit slow to get going, but we'll see how long he sticks around. He's probably going to be our everyday guy in right field, I would say. Kerwin Bradbury is up next, the left fielder. Another guy with a lot of pop. He's an okay position guy. He's off to a bit of a slow start. I mean, he was an afterthought too. I didn't pick him until very late. Around 52. I don't even think I picked him, to be quite honest, but he's snuck onto the team. Jose Castro, the Cuban. He's one of the few guys that's locked up for actually more than a year. So, yeah, he's making 1.2 million. Kind of average, well, no, not really. OPS plus of 53. That's not really going to do it. Doesn't look like he's done much. Doesn't look like he's done much for us so far. Scott McPherson, pretty solid defensive second baseman. Potentially could learn shortstop. Potentially could learn second base. Another guy that's locked up for a few years. He's not a great hitter. He's actually hitting okay right now to get started. Merrill Auclair is our DH, believe it or not. This guy doesn't look very good at all. He's not showing that he's very good at all. I don't know. He's 35, so he's in the back 9 of his career, Merrill. Not a great DH. Not a great DH. What I am, again, worried about just with finances and stuff like that, like, it's going to be tough to make moves in this first year, I think. And then Ron Hayes, he's a pretty poor third baseman. This is the one position that we kind of didn't worry too much about. We should have. He's hitting only 154 through the first 7 games. That's not very good. And then we got a few bench guys. Our backup catcher's not very good. What is this guy? Leon Sanchez. Second baseman. He might even be like a better... I compared him to... this guy. He a better hitter overall? Not really. Not really. Auclair's just not going to strike out, but he's got no power. He's got some contact. I don't know. Not sure what we're going to do with Leon here. What do we have him doing? Every 10th game over Castro? Or like 5th game. This is against lefties, and we're leading off with 2 lefties? Is that a good idea? I don't know about that. Why are you leading off? Really should be this guy leading off. Yeah, well, he's out for the next 3 days anyway, so. Bulger. This guy's gonna fill in. Bobby Alas. Alright. He seems like a decent substitute. Decent substitute for now. Okay, so those are your Vancouver Mountie position players. Let's take a look at the pitching staff here. Our number one guy, Bruno the Wizard of Oz Henry. What a name. I used my second pick. I did go a little older. I mean, he's 34. He's 34, and he's locked up for the next 4 years. So he's probably going to see out the twilight of his career with us, unless we trade him, obviously. But this is probably his last big contract, so he's looking to make it count here. He's a great ground ball pitcher. He had a hell of an opening start. Take that name out of me immediately. I like the Wizard of Oz. Okay. All right. So that's Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Pat Costello is our number 2 pitcher. He is, again, pretty basic all the way through. Oh, for Ozzie Smith. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? We're not in St. Louis. All right. So, Pat is... I think Pat will be okay. Paul Pedler is very... I don't know much about him yet. He got rocked a little bit in his 2 starts. Julian Enik. I've never seen a player in this game from Turkmenistan before. But hey. He's our Turkmeni starter. And hey, look at him. He's off to a pretty solid start here. Wow. Really good start for Julian. And then we have Tomochika Kasiyashi. Bit of an international flavor with our starting pitchers in a mostly Canadian player-centered league. But we did pick a lot of international guys. All right, including our closer, which is Mr. Toshikazu Matsumoto. Oh boy. He's had a bit of a rough start. Maybe that's why he's ranked last. This guy's a problem. Jaquan Kimber. He's got this disruptive personality. So he's probably my number 1 guy that's going to potentially get the axe here, because that's going to potentially cause some issues in the clubhouse. See if anyone wants him. Unfortunately, it really drops off pitching-wise here. Jack Stewart's not very good at all. Graham Edwards, same kind of thing. He's also selfish. We got some issues in the bullpen. And then it really drops off. Andy Mason, 35 overall. Perry's a 40 overall. John Yohemis is a 40 overall. Like, that's pretty weak. And I don't have anything sitting in the minors, do I? Reliever-wise. I do not. So, yeah, the relievers look a little scary here. I'm just wondering if there's anyone. All right, one sec. Sorry. Let's take a look at free agent here. Yeah, there's nothing. There is absolutely nothing going on. I am confused about this money for extensions. Why we don't have any money. Like, none. I'm not sure why we don't have any. Like, Just curious how other teams have money for this. Just curious, my staff expenses, are they higher than... No, not really. They have 12 million for extensions. Where is that money coming from? Is that just the owner putting that money up? Don't understand. I don't understand. All right. I am not sure what's going on with that. Okay. We kind of just need to sim through a little bit more. We've got a series against Calgary here. We'll finish up a couple days. Ooh, 8-7 win here. Emery pitches 115 pitches. Wow. Okay, we'll take an 8-7 win. Looks like a nail biter. We lose 8-6. Fred Mills got on base 11 consecutive games. Or 11 consecutive at-bats, I guess. 7 hits in a row. Look at that. Oh, we lost 8-6. Calgary. Okay. This guy's gonna be really good. 4 hits. If he won't be able to keep this clip up, but he's kind of the only one doing anything right now. And we went 8-4 in 10 innings. Oh, we score 5 in the 10th to win 8-4. Okay. You know, we're getting some solid outings. 48-minute rain delay. All right, so that gets us to 5-5 as we welcome the Yellowknife Chiefs for our 3-game series. And they're 4-5. As we get another win, we're just eking these out 5-4. Mike Pottle, 3-for-4 with a home run and a double. There we go. Attaboy. Okay. Kind of like to go game by game and just scan the box scores. I'm doing a save with Toronto right now, where I'm literally playing like every at bat, which is kind of fun too. Playing the game, I like to have different saves going on where I play at different paces. Like ones where I got like a quick save, like a medium save, and then like a slow save. Yeah, it's just kind of you got one for depending on your mood, right? Okay, Mills 2 hits. God, I like him. This is the guy I'm really keeping an eye on, just performance-wise. Merrill Auclair. I wanted to see if do I have any issues with stamina here? Ooh. 40? Okay, we're gonna keep him at 90 pitches, I think. Everyone else, no issues, but Julian's stamina is not good. How many pitches has he been throwing? Okay, staying around 90, which is kind of what I want. I don't want him to get any up much higher than that. Okay, so we'll cap him at 90. Okay, and we're going for the Yellowknife sweep here. Oh, we don't get it. Fred Mills wins Player of the Week. Oh, they score 3 in the 9th. What happens? Emery pitches a friggin' gem, and then Kimber shows up and absolutely blows it. Why is he coming in a save situation? I'm guessing my closer was tired. Not really. Although he's not well. What's he doing? He just had that one bad game, so I'm not super concerned. Okay. Not super concerned then. All right. So we take the day off, and now we head to Saskatchewan. And we've got a date with North Battleford. They're at 5 and 8. We're at 7 and 6. Any teams jumping out to really hot starts? Medicine Hat's 9 and 4. Edmonton's 9 and 5. Oshawa's 9 and 4. Moncton's 8 and 5. Thunder Bay's 9 and 4. Moose Jaw's a pretty weak team. Cape Breton's pretty weak. No one's really staking a claim yet. As expected, we're pretty good hitting home runs based on who we have. We're just kind of average everywhere else right now, but we're kind of above average offensively. So, something we can try to keep an eye on a little bit. In terms of our attendance, comparing it to other teams in the league here. Okay, we're staying about the same. Ottawa's selling out. They have a bit of a smaller capacity, but they have above average market size, so that's probably why. We're below average for whatever reason. So we got to somehow find a way to get asses in the seats. And we get asses in the seats with good baseball. I don't really want to drop the ticket price anymore. All right, we're on the road here. Let's get some wins. And we start with a 14-3 drubbing. Fred Mills again, 2 for 5, 2 home runs. This guy is incredible. Got 8 home runs on the season already. He's hitting .449. Costello pitched pretty well. Okay. Ooh, 10-game run streak by Fred Mills. We lose 3-2. Hey, what happened here? 4-hit game for Bulger. Good to see him back. Asiyashi pitched pretty well. And the bullpen kind of did their job, but all right. Excuse me. What's up, Fred? Think he'll be playing any more PGA? EA PGA? Maybe. Maybe. Just not interested really in it too much. Not interested in PGA either, to be quite honest. Just kind of not feeling it lately. But, I mean, it's a good game. People are enjoying it. And they're talking to their community, which is good to see. Like, they're making some fixes and stuff like that. Something we haven't gotten with 2K in terms of community involved, or actually communicating. So, that's good to see. But, yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe down the road this summer I'll play it a little bit more. I didn't even buy it. I'm playing the 10-hour trial or whatever. But I haven't played it in a few days. Oh, we lose 7-2 here. So we are... Why are you playing 3 positions? Wow, we are... Coach is really moving around. players. That's fine. Okay, Kimber is a problem. We might try to move him right now. Honestly, like, why are we even waiting? Oop. Let's shop him. Let's shop him. I am not getting much. Wow. Nobody wants Jaquan Kimber at all. I mean, are we willing to take garbage just to get rid of him? No, because he's probably our second best reliever. I don't really want him. I don't like making trades in April. I really don't. I think it's still too early. Even despite this personality class, he's really struggling, though. You know what? I'm just going to have the coach set this up here. Okay. And our starters have been okay. Some of them. But, yeah, I mean, we don't really have anything going on anywhere. In the bullpen or sorry, in the on the farm team, anything. Wow, our our minor league system is crushing it. Laval Pride are 10-0 to start the season. Hello. Yeah, we've actually got some we got some 30, 35 guys in single A, so. Yeah, they're probably overpowering. Oh, yeah. I think we've got some pretty good players sitting down in single A, so. They're probably murdering everyone. And I mean, it's even the same in AAA. Langley's leading the way here. Anyone sticking out here? Lone Tritus? Trites? Is having a hell of a start. Okay. Any relievers? Ooh, one guy's a 4.43 ERA. Wow. It's a rough start to his season. Ed Lowe is off to a very rough start. Okay. So, I mean, the farm system is full of guys that can play in the bigs, really. So I mean, we got a few guys potentially on a tight leash, or a short leash, I should say, not a tight leash. But we're gonna get to the end of the month here, and then we may make some moves here. Okay, so we are up now against the Moose Jaw Canucks. They are currently bottom feeders in the league at 4-10. So I want to see a sweep here. Start with a 9-4 win. 3 hits for Pottle, 3 hits for Bradbury. Emery pitches well again. 114 pitches. This guy's a workhorse. Don't want him to get injured. Matsumoto. 0.1 of an inning. Okay. All right. And, ooh, we just sneak one out in extra innings. 6-5. Mills, 1 for 2 with a double and 3 walks. Now people, I guess teams are starting to walk the shit out of him. I don't blame them. Our coach really likes to get the pinch hitting in. He likes to make a lot of substitutions. I just want to check him out. Who did I actually... Okay, that's why. He's got very high frequency pinch hitting. That's fine. I'm okay with it. Just as long as you're making it work there, Ben. Just as long as you're making it work. All right, we're going for the sweep of the Moose Jaw Canucks here. Ugh, we can never get the sweep. We always win 2 out of 3. We get blanked 5-0. Wow, we just 3 hits the whole game. This guy, Bruce Allain. Heck of a start. All right. So we're 10-9, just kind of not really doing much here. It's a pretty tight division. 10-9 is good for kind of 4th right now. We get Medicine Hat next. We're 2.5 games out of the lead here. So we will play this game. Looks like that game got rained out. Yeah, I think it got rained out. Looks like we got a double header here. Looks like we got a double header. And we win 1 and lose 1. We win the first one, 7-5. We get 6 runs in the 6th inning. Okay. And then we lose... Oh, we lose a heartbreaker. Oh my goodness. We score 5 in the 7th, and then we give up 2 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th. Who gave those up? Kimber got the hold, and then... Why is Mason coming in? I'm guessing Matsumoto's must be exhausted. Yeah, okay, 53. Oh, I just have no depth in the bullpen. George Bulger captures Western Player of the Week. Nice. Okay. All right. 3rd game against Medicine Hat, and we get absolutely murdered. Again, Hamry comes in, pitches decently, and then the bullpen throws it away again. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. All right, guys, I will be right back. I just got to go help my wife give my daughter a little medicine. She's not feeling so well tonight, so I will be right back. All right. I am back. Do I have my drops working? I just want to make sure. Yeah, they are working. Okay. Okay, good to know. All right. Sorry about that. I'll give my daughter a little inhaler. She's got a bit of a... Well, she's got a bad cough, so they gave her a little inhaler. But other than that, she doesn't really have too many symptoms, but... Sucks having a sick kid. But she's going to bed now, so hopefully she is able to sleep. Okay, we've got Regina up next. They've bounced back after a terrible start. They're 10 and 11 in their division. We are in the basement of our division. Everyone's above 500. Okay, and then after this series, I think we will take stock and see where we're at. We start with a 6-0 blanking of the Red Lilies here. Talbot 3 hits, McPherson 3 hits. This Enick guy, he's really good. 91 pitches. They cut him out after 5 1/3, but that's all he needed. And the bullpen got it done from there, which was good. There's a good start. We then blank Regina again. 4-0. Wow. That's a hell of a line there. 4 hits, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts for Costello. Nice. Okay, we're getting it done on the defensive side of things. We win again. Mills wins Batter of the Month. We win 6-1. Regina just cannot score any runs against us, as we are dominating them. Our pitchers are just having... Why did you pitch 6 innings? What? That's interesting. Well, they let this guy start and throw 6 innings. All right. I can't figure out why this guy got the start. How did he throw 91 pitches as a reliever? That's confusing. Because... Anyway. A weird one. I'm not complaining. We got the win. Okay, player development update. Let's see. Okay, so he improved, which was good. Paul Pedler drops a bit. He drops a bit. Anik improves as a reliever. Albert improves a bit overall. Ugh. Not a very... Wow. Really not a very positive looking player development update there. Really not a positive one. But we do have good news, as Fred Mills takes the very first Western League Batter of the Month. 361, 9 home runs, 22 RBIs, 28 runs in 25 games. That is a great, great start to the season. We got to be really up there in individual player statistics. Mills is tied for second in home runs. He's tops in the league in on-base percentage and slugging and OPS and batter war and runs. Damn. Pitching? Do we have anyone up here pitching-wise? No, not really. No. Who's this guy? Ed McNeil. He's had a great start. Great start. Hey, what's up, Dan? Thanks for the sub, buddy. Go Mounties. We just finished our first month here. The Mounties are 14 and 11. Let's check in. Let's check in and see how we've done after a month. See if we need to make any immediate changes here with, well, not like we can do much with what we have, but we'll take a look. Bulger played 19 games. He had a little injury early on, but we have no issues with him. 316, 4 stolen bases already. I mean, we could even maybe up his strategy a little bit just to be even a bit more aggressive. Stealing bases as well. Let's see if we can squeeze a little bit more out of him on the base paths. Mike Talbot, we do have him pitching, there's hitting second, which I wasn't quite sure about, but kind of working all right. He's hitting 293, 14 strikeouts. Okay. We're okay with that. And then Fred Mills, like, absolutely dominating right now. On pace for 58 home runs, 143 RBI. Okay. 30 hits. 9 of his 30 hits have been home runs. Wow. Okay. All right, I see you, Fred. Mike Pottle is actually hitting very well, too. Hitting 323, so I'm pretty happy with the top of the order. Bradbury, considering he's a 45 kind of average guy, I'm fairly happy with how he's hitting as well. He's not hitting great, but 260, I'll take it. Was a Castro also hitting? A bunch of guys hitting over 300. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Scott McPherson. This guy would not be expecting to hit well. He's not. How's he doing defensively, though? Not great either, really. That's not a very good zone rating, is it, for a shortstop? Ugh. Okay. This guy, my DH. Okay. And Ron Hayes, who, yeah, I'm not expecting to play well. He's not playing well. I'm a little bit worried about this guy, but we don't really have any better third baseman in the hopper ready to go. Any of these guys play third base? Anyone? Other than this guy. Greg. An interesting way of spelling Greg. Greg Barlow. Okay. But we don't really have anyone there either. Why do I have 42 guys on my minor league team? Oh, well, doesn't matter. I mean, now I have 48 players on my minor league team. Why so many? Why are we signing guys? What the heck? Hold on. We gotta trim the fat here. Release. Tate Wedge. Okay, how many? Pitchers do we have? Oh my lord. The answer is far too many. 1, 2, 3. Some guys haven't even pitched. This guy's gone. Jason Lush, 29 years old. Yeah, you won't be seeing anything. Another guy that's not gonna do anything. Okay. I'm afraid to see this. Why don't I have a number 9 hitter? Oh, because I literally don't have a catcher on this team. How does that happen? I have 40-something players and I don't have a catcher? Huh? I don't even have like a backup catcher. What do we got in here? I only got 2 catchers in Brandon. I only have 2 catchers in Langley. What the heck? Okay, well, we gotta go sign one. Or 2. There's not a catcher I can even pick! What? So how does that work? I'm somehow 15-3 without a catcher in this team. The first year of fictional leagues are interesting. Just there's not enough players in the league right now. Is there any way I can like just add a few more into the free agent pool? No. We just haven't had a draft yet either. I'm wondering, we just maybe make the draft a little bigger this year. Hopefully, can I change this? I probably can't even change this now, can I? I've seen this as an option. Players. Oh, hold on. There we go. Where is it? There it is. Okay, let's up this to like 25 rounds and make enough for 30. Now, I'm not sure because the draft pool's been announced if that actually will take effect or not. I don't know. Well, we'll find out, I guess. Okay. So continuing to check out. I think we already looked at everyone here. What do I have? Pictures showing up. Oh. Batters. Why don't I have any bats showing up? What the heck is going on in this save? Oh, hold on. Scope Class A. What? There we go. Holy crap. I was like, what is going on? Okay. That's better. All right. I think I'm going to stop here for now, just because there's a couple things I want to take care of before I get ready for bed. So I think we're going to stop here. But thanks for hanging out. I think we'll definitely stream a little bit more of the Vancouver Mounties here. But yeah, I'm off for now. Have a good evening. We'll see you later.